This is the prototype Victor. Production models will have modifications in the tail unit, but this won't alter the character of the long fuselage, cylindrical along the greater part of its length, tapering late and rather suddenly to a point beneath the tail unit. From slightly above, the tailplane takes shape, a good clue from most angles. Its pinched flyaway formation repeats the crescent shape of the main plane. Study the details of this crescent or scimitar wing. A sharp, broken sweepback tapering to blunt tips. Buried engines thicken the wing roots. This thickness, together with the unusual broken taper, should be a useful guide except when the aircraft in beam view recedes into the distance. Then you'll have to rely on the pointed nose with forward heaviness and the high tail unit fairing into the fuselage. Head on, the tailplane dominates again. This time by the flyaway appearance, it's marked dihedral in contrast to the wing flatness. A good detail to notice is the unusual position of the air brakes, right at the rear of the fuselage. Closer, remember once again the thick roots, giving a drooping appearance to the wing. On the ground, we can examine one or two points in detail. The tail unit fairing, the pointed, sharp nose, a clue from several angles, and thick intakes, the swept tailplane with its marked dihedral. Spotting the Victor should never be very much trouble. An aircraft of definite character, its changing angles offer plenty of keys to its identity. Watch for the outstanding ones in these low-level runs over the airfield. Memorize the details that build up that overall smooth, narrow, pointed impression. Landing the Victor is particularly simple. The Secretary of the United States Air Force found it as easy to handle, he said, as a baby carriage. And the firm's test pilot has demonstrated their claim that you can land the Victor with no hands on the controls. Wing loading is such that it levels itself out on landing. The 80th Handley Page design completes another test flight. A product of the firm that pioneered the four-engine bomber in Britain, the Victor should prove worthy of its ancestry.